Alright guys, today we're going to be replacing a broken screen on a Rca Viking Pro 10. First thing you want to do is find the model number. Most of these are very similar in repairing, however. The first thing you want to do is take the screws out of the outside of the frame. The back frame is what I called it on this video. In this one there was 7. I want to say it's like a rct6603w47. There's just like 6, but other than that, it's very similar in the amount of screws that you take out of this back frame. Once you take out the screws, we're going to start lifting up on the digitizer and pulling it away. The LCD is actually in here pretty good, so you can apply quite a bit of pressure. But use a heat gun or a hair dryer if you have one, just to loosen the adhesive, and it should pry up all as one. Like I said, the LCDs on these are kind of in there a little bit deeper, like compared to like an iPad or a Samsung tablet. They're not right at the surface. So I just add heat and pull and pry, add heat, pull and pry. And there's going to be a little connector down here on the side, which I've already laid my replacement screen on top of it, so I know exactly where that connector is. So I started on the opposite side, and now I'm pulling towards, and you can see the connector just came right out. And that connects into the back of the motherboard, which I'll show you here in a minute. Right now, as soon as you do that, sometimes it'll leave more pieces of glass on the screen. I only left that one big chunk, but I'll go ahead and wipe it off and just double check to make sure. Now we're going to go ahead and start prying off the back frame. I'm using just some flathead screwdriver, but you can use whatever you got to get in there that's small enough. And you're going to hear it snap when you start popping it. They're just little bitty connections, and you can kind of see them right now that I'm doing it. You can go all the way around and completely pull it off. I didn't do that. I went like 3/4 of the way and left that one side connected, but it'll make it a little bit easier if you just pull them all off. There's a little bitty hole on the bottom that you'll be able to see that the little connector slides through, and then you're going to connect it to the motherboard and snap it down in the little placeholder it's got for it. And if you turn your digitizer on and it's not touching, more than likely this little placeholder right there, you didn't get it pushed in far enough. So right here, I'm just trying to make sure that everything's fitting down right. Once it is, I want to snap it on, but this little bitty camera lens on the back falls out. Make sure that that you put it back. I've seen a lot of people that it falls out and they just kind of leave it. So now I'm just snapping it all down with the with the digitizer kind of stuck on the top, just so I can get a good feel for it. On a lot of these, they have a bunch of plastic, which is awesome. So make sure you take off all your plastic, and so it doesn't have like a film between it and the screen. Make sure you take everything off. Now I'm taking off the adhesive. If yours doesn't come with adhesive, you can always add your own. Just double-sided 3M tape is completely fine. Most of these come with adhesive. Go ahead and take that off. Make sure it lines up, and then we're going to start popping it in. But you're going to make sure when you line this up, you line up that top camera hole, and that'll help you line up this whole tablet. And start popping out the back frame and pushing it down, and make sure that everything's on there secure, and that it looks okay and the edges aren't off or anything like that. But once you got it like that, we can start testing it out. I can tell right now the battery's dead, so I'm going to throw it on the charger. Put it on the charger. Finally got a screen to pop up. I'm just doing a simple little test. Just messing with the screen a little bit. Digitizer looks fine. They have a pin on this, so I really can't get into it too far. And then put the 7 screws back in the frame, and that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you got any questions or things that work for you, just let me know. Appreciate it.